This is just a warning that I'm going to put out before this video with the content that's going to be involved in this. Hide your kids. This is not safe for work content, and this is definitely not for underage people.
Whoa!
Okay, so we have to talk about Neil Gaiman. We have to talk about the Neil Gaiman thing. He has been accused in the past, has never settled up on anything. There have been lots of NDAs. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to go into with this, but we just want to talk about it. And as with everything, no judgment without proof. Innocent until proven guilty. That's where I stand on everything. It sounds despicable. Some of the things that are being alleged sound despicable if they actually happened in the manner that they are being alleged that they're happening. But we're not going to sit here and dogpile on somebody. We're just going to go through what we know so far. So let's get into it. Now, there is a Variety article that gives us very graphic detail of the things that he had been accused of in the past and the things he was accused of. I'm not going to show that. I think YouTube would hate me for that, and I think y'all would hate me just having to hear it. But there's another one because J.K. Rowling, if you don't know her, what are you doing? She's been in the news for her own comments and stuff like that. Not about SA, almost said the word, not about that kind of stuff, but just about like her political views and everything, which is only one political view. Everything else is fully left. So I don't get why people are like that. But she has come out and comparing Neil to Harvey Weinstein as the Sandman author is facing more SA claims. Don't know how many times that I'm going to have to abbreviate and or edit myself for saying the actual word. I think it's stupid that we have to edit ourselves anyway. So more have come out against him that emerged Monday. Today is Monday. Have seen J.K. Rowling offer a chilling and insightful comparison for the Sandman writer. He also wrote Coraline, which is a really great movie. He also wrote Lucifer, the TV show. That show was bomb. He's done a lot of stuff. He's written a lot for Hollywood, so obviously a well-known writer. And not long after, New York Magazine publishes a detailed cover story on multiple new and old claims against Gaiman by multiple women, she took social media to give her own opinion on the context of what is going down. Now, no stranger to controversy, which is what I've been telling you earlier. If you've been living under a rock, criticism and accusations of being transphobic. She's a TERF. Yeah, because she thinks women are women, almost like she's based in that one view. Now she has pinned her initial reactions to allegations against Gaiman to the incarcerated devil, or, according to Meryl Streep, God himself, Harvey Weinstein, and the MeToo outburst against the much accused Pulp Fiction producer. Now, we want to take this a little bit at a time. That's the way that I'm going to handle it. We need to take it a little bit of a time, because as of right now, they're only allegations. Nothing has gone to proceedings. Nothing has gone through evidence discovery. Nothing has gone to trial. It's just people talking. However, there are quite a few people talking. And this is kind of what happens in Hollywood. Hollywood is degenerate. I think we all know that. But a lot of these things are consensual because a lot of the times these people think that doing it or being a part of it gives them a leg up. That's just the sad truth of a lot of it. However, we're not victim blaming. We're also not blaming the person who is being accused yet. We're not doing anything because we don't have all the facts. So this is what JK had to say. The literary crowd that had a hell of a lot to say about Harvey before he was convicted has been strangely muted in response to multiple accusations against Neil. Young women who'd never met yet, as with Weinstein, tell remarkably similar stories. Now, remarkably similar, we found out during the Me Too movement, and this is just a sad truth, that a lot of those stories were made up. A lot of it was basically fan fiction. So, you have to keep these things in your head before you actually know anything, before you dead name people. Dead name is not the right word, but before you try to cancel people, yeah, people can say whatever they want. They can make up these fantastical stories, but we need to know the truth before we just completely deride everyone that's involved. So here's a little bit more context. Now, similar to Weinstein, Gaiman has not only been incriminated for attacks on women, but also of using NDAs and payoffs to silence his alleged victims. Well, they had to sign those NDAs and they took the money. So this is another one of those things you got to be responsible for yourself. You have to be aware as an adult of what you're getting into, what you're agreeing and not agreeing to, what you sign. Read the fine print. Just saying that. And as more things come out, we will have newer information, but we're just going on the information that we have right now. There's elements that were originally put forth last summer in Tortoise Media's 6-part podcast, Master the Allegations Against Neil Gaiman. So this is the New York Magazine. Often explicit. That's what's on the variety thing. That's what I can't show you because it says some pretty nasty hustler level stuff in there. So I'm not going to show any of that. I'm not going to repeat any of it. However, I have read it. And they said that they've talked to 8 women, 3 never went public. So they had 5 people on there. And the alleged attacks, some of which have said to have occurred with his son nearby against women in their late teens to early 20s. So I'm assuming that means they're of age. So we're not talking about the PDF file stuff. It's just young, impressionable women that want to get into Hollywood. That's what it seems like the target is, if there even was a target in the first place. Took place in his upstate Empire State home in New York. Other incidents occurred in New Zealand when he, then spouse, so I guess his ex-wife, and Dresden Doll member Amanda Palmer and their child were under COVID lockdown. I don't think any of that. We need substantiation, really, before we talk more about this, and then calling the previous accusations consensual and denying assaults, because he, of course, he's going to defend himself and call it all consensual, no matter what kind of dirty talk was used, no matter what actually happened. We just need to know more because this is going to get very distasteful if we start making assumptions off the allegations. As of right now, we're at the bare bones minimum of starting this investigation. So we shouldn't be putting our own biases and emphasis on things that may or may not have happened, that may or may not have been consensual, and may or may not exist in the first place. Now, it is important to note right here that last year, whenever these first round of accusations came out, he did step back from show running Good Omens last September. So nobody responded to the request from Deadline for comment on the new claims. Nobody has said anything. They're just kind of like getting piled into the ether. But now we have to talk about it because it's kind of a weird time nowadays for having these things to have a resurgence. And that's more along the lines of what I want to talk about. The fact that there's a resurgence. Okay, Harvey's been put away for a good amount of time now. He's been away for a couple of years. And everything has been sort of hush hush. But now with people whistleblowing, okay, we've got the Diddy trial, we had the Epstein stuff. Well, now there's another prominent person being accused by multiple people of things that have happened, whether they be consensual or not. That remains to be seen. And honestly, if it was never reported, I don't, unless there's like recordings or something like that, I don't think it will ever be proven actually true. But that's what we need to know about this. Is it actually proven true, or is it just another Me Too movement to try to take down someone successful? I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't have enough information. So anybody hating in the comment section, feel free to hate, but you also don't know what you're talking about. If you have anything to say, please leave it down there. If you like what you see on this channel, and this is a very serious subject, by the way, I am not making light of it whatsoever. So feel free to have friendly and civil discourse, please. This is Malty from the GCA. We know we'll get a lot of flack. It tends to happen whenever you speak your mind. Y'all have a great day and get consent. Bye.